So, if you were with me last week, I had this really pretty paper. See the gold on there? It's from Paper Source. It's called Gold Brushstrokes. That's what it is, and that's what it looks like. All right, so I found a book. So let me come on down. Let's come on down to the table. Let's just get started. Look at those pages. So I thought this paper would be perfect just to cover this book. So anyway, I went ahead and painted the front and the spine of the book. I'm using a chalk style paint couture paint, Farmhouse Linen. And I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the top really quickly. I'm gonna use this, I think, instead of Decoupage medium, just because, again, this paper, that paintbrush, I don't want to get paint on it. I've already gotten something on it. This paper's a bit thicker than your normal paper, okay? So, this is a wallpaper adhesive, and this is what I use usually when I use a thicker paper. I'm just gonna get one of my little chip brushes. Okay. Now, let's do this first. All right, so I have my book upright. So I'm going to wrap the book. So let me just see if I can cut some off first. But I do overlap it just a little bit so that, now when it dries, I'll just sand it off. See how that paper's really not exactly straight. These lines on here are playing tricks on me. So I'm gonna cut right beside it. Ooh, what a bad cut I was doing. Well, I cut that pretty close, y'all. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start with the bottom. Okay, let's do that. Now, this brush is clean. It just doesn't look it, but it is clean. It's just stained with paint. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put the So if you ever want to, decoupage with, furniture or something with these heavier papers, this is what I would use. It's just a little thicker, a little heavier. Also, I'm going to put some on this paper. If I remember this correctly. So I kind of have an outline where the book was. Just from the creases. Again, I got this paper from, do y'all have a Paper Source? They're online as well. But they mostly have, it's just like a little, they have gift wrap and little journal thing. It's kind of just like a gift store, but a lot of papers. So they have all these handmade papers, and that's what I like, the handmade papers. They're just gorgeous. I have so many, I don't have so many different ones. They do. They have beautiful papers. All right, let's see if I can get this on here and kind of straight. That's going to be the kicker. Okay. Got room at the top, room at the bottom. Now, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, so that looks pretty straight. Okay, let me do this real quick because I didn't know this was. Okay. in case it seeps through the paper a little bit, I don't want to glue it to my table. Sorry, I'm thinking on the fly. Just kind of thinking things through. All right. So I also want to put either a transfer or a mold or both on the paper on the front. Okay. Wrap that around. I just think this would be gorgeous, just like this. Nothing else on it, just the paper with like 3 or 4 of them, or maybe a whole bookshelf of them. I think it would be gorgeous. And I wish I had more books that have this gold paper, gold pages. Love it. All right, so let's just. Let's see if I've got questions that I. Hey Danielle, how are you? Shoot, I got that paper in my way. Let me move this over so I can get out the camera. This is straight again. I'm gonna have to get some more of this paper because I just love it. I love it. I would actually like to decoupage a piece of furniture with it. And since it is so thick, you know, you just don't get any of those wrinkles. I don't really have to use the brayer now. If you're using a regular decoupage paper, let's see, is this my one that works? I would, you know, kind of roll it out like this. And you can still, but you just don't need to. But that will like roll out any excess medium. All right, so that's gonna be our book. So like I said, when it dries, I'm gonna just sand these edges. Get a nice clean edge. Now, what I wanted to do, let's see, do I have my, oh yeah. So, let me show y'all real quick. I made a little lock. So this is the lock and key mold. Okay, and it has all these little locks on here. And keys, which is cute. So let me show you real quick how you could just do one of these. And I also have, so I have this as well. This is a little iFlex piece, and you know, it's a little wooden mold, but it's made out of wood instead of clay, and you get these already made like this. And I think that's really pretty, right there. And then but you can make one using molds. So let's show you. Let me just show you that real quick. I'll just do one. Let's see. Here's the one I did. I think, or was it this one? Doesn't really matter. Just want to show you real quick. I've got one made that's hopefully dry enough. Okay. Now, you could use, you know, the clay. You can use the fast cast resin. You can use epoxy resin. And by the way, I sent out an email today about resin and stuff. So if you're not on my email, look here in the comments and you can sign up right there, because I send out an email every week and you know, show you what project we made during the week, and when I can have sales, then y'all know about that as well. All right, so turn this over and you just pop your little piece out. Try not to pull any molds out. You can like help it fall out. And then I usually will just kind of, something long like this, I'll just kind of scrunch it just a tad, get it back, and then let it dry flat. See how cute that is? It has all the little details. And so I'm gonna put this right here. Now I have one that I made earlier. That's, it's not totally hard, but I'm gonna stick it on here. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dry it a little bit first. So when I dry it, you know, that helps get it hard enough where I can paint it. I was gonna glue it on and paint it, but I better paint it first because it'll make a mess. Because I'm using, well, I'm gonna use this liquid gold leaf. I put paper on the top because I couldn't get it open. But anyway, I do like to dry my clay usually, just mainly because I'm doing a video and have to hurry up. But I think it helps with the cracking and stuff. All right, so see, this is gonna go right here. Okay, and so it'll be, you know, this will be all neat. But what I wanted to do, so let me look at that for a second. I'm trying to think, do I want to paint it? I would need to paint it crinoline. I don't think I have any crinoline. You know, if I painted it, I would want to paint it the same color as this, which is cream. And I don't think I have any cream out, or cream. So I thought I would paint it. My first thought was to paint it just solid gold. Because, all right, so there's a lot of different shades of gold, right? So I kind of had to look around because I have pale gold, I have gold waxes, I have French gold, I have all kind of golds. Bronze, which is a gold. But they're all different shades. And so this one, liquid gold leaf, matched really well. You gotta be careful too to get all these little, because this is wet and something could stick on it. So, I'm gonna take a little paintbrush. Okay, and let me stir this. Now this is, this kind of stinks, so usually I open the window, but I forgot. This is pretty strong, but it is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous gold color. You have to stir it up though. But let's just see how this looks. What did I do? Oh. All right. Just gonna kind of tap it on there, which this is nice too because it's so liquidy. You don't have to, now you don't want to try to paint your mold, you know, while it's still really wet. Although you could use this and a soft brush like this, but you just don't want to mess up the details. I'm heavy-handed, so I tend to mess up any, you know, I'll smush it to death. So I think that'll be pretty. And it would be pretty too just to paint it cream and then highlight it with gold. That is pretty too. And I do that a lot because it's so subtle. All right, where's the top to this? And if you notice, I put cornstarch in the mold before I did one. It just helps it. It helps the clay to release. So let me go ahead and put, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on here, just to be safe. It is pretty thick. And if I had used regular decoupage medium, I would have done it on top, so. I just try to hurry up and, but good thing, you can't rush good things. You just can't. So I want to make sure it's this sticks good. But like I said, if you are using papers like on a big area, you would want to get your brayer out because, you know, this can cause bubbles, the wallpaper adhesive, if you don't get it out good. Like you don't, this will squeeze it out from underneath. Around and forgot. So anyway, here's our book. Okay, it's all nice and dry. So I did go back, you know, you remember I went back and put the stuff on top. And so now I'm just going to sand these pieces off to show you how easy that is. I've already started, and so I'll have to paint the insides of it. That's so pretty though. I kind of hate to paint it, but just because I'll need it. But anyway, I don't need to do that right now, and I'm just thinking out loud. So all you have to do is just sand this paper off once it's dry. I know y'all seen me do this before, but there may be one or two that haven't. So bear with me. So it just easily, you know, it does sand some of the paint off, so that's why I have to repaint it. Put my glasses on real quick. So just give you that nice clean edge. Just wipe off this paper. It just it makes a lot of dust. It's weird. I don't know what it actually is. I'm really torn about putting something on it. Let me put these. This is getting all kind of. But we have choices. I got choices. Kind of like when you're playing dominoes and you have choices. By the way, we used to play dominoes all the time when I got together with Ralph's family, and you know, it's just really hard for me to sit still for that long. So I always say I hate dominoes. I hate it. But my father-in-law would always say, I have choices. I have choices. Okay, again, so this paper came from the paper source, y'all, so I don't have it or any way to get it. But you can. It's online, the paper source, and it's this one's called Gold Brush Strokes. And look how that dried. So those, I do love that, how it looks so much like a restoration hardware book. I love it. And so this is it. Just, let's see, I'm upside down. Yeah. So this is it, just kind of plain with just the paper. Which, you know, I do love that. I got to thinking maybe a lighter shade that has some of this background in it, like this. So this comes from the Rose Botanicals. And this has some gorgeous, it has 8 sheets of just all these colors of transfers. So, and some, you know, got some big ones and some medium and then small ones. So you can do so much with these. So I picked out a couple. First I thought I would go with some of this monotone, you know, like tone on tone type look. I think that's really pretty. So you really do have choices, you know. I even thought about going with, was it this one? Maybe this is it. Yeah, because it fit. But see, I love the colors. So, what I finally decided was I'm gonna go with, I just love this, this pale peachy color. I think it's so pretty. Was it that one though? Yeah, curved around. I'm going to cut some of these words off because I don't know if I want to use them exactly like they are on here, of course. I always cut this stuff up. And then this one had some pieces too. Now I am thinking that I'm going to, and this one, see, this has several little pieces that I could cut out of words. And you just cut them out and you place them for them to fit. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna go ahead and y'all look how pretty that is. Yeah, I've got things blocking the light, it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna get my little stick here. All right, and then see, it just all fits so nicely on this book, except for this. Now, let's see. I may just go ahead and cut, because I may sometimes I'll just add a piece here and there, like a leaf, but I probably won't use that, but we'll see. All right, I think this is good. I'll go ahead and put it down. And, I'll go back and, of course, seal it once I get the transfer on, so I can seal it all at one time. But see how nicely it comes off on the paper? And you could have, I'm going to show y'all, remember I said, or whenever I did this live, I can't remember now. I think it was yesterday, maybe not, the day before. But anyway, you could actually go ahead and put it on your paper and then decoupage. Whichever way you find easier. You just have to know, and I'm going to show y'all because I've got another little project, but you just kind of have to know exactly where you want your paper so you'll know exactly, where to put your transfer. Y'all, look how pretty and soft that is. I just love it. I was so afraid I wouldn't like it because I didn't want to take away from the paper. Y'all, it looks so good. I think because this has so much of like that gold color in the stem. All right. Oh, wait. Let me look at this. So I have this. This is not looking as bright a gold now as, it's not as shimmery as this anymore. It used to be, it was before it dried. Let me think what I might do, honestly, is put some sheer bliss over this and then glue it. Well, I'll go ahead and glue it down. I know, y'all, I just start thinking on the fly. I always think I have a plan and then it changes. It changes. But let's go ahead and get this down. I do think I want this. But I would like to do another book, a bigger book, that just has the paper. So I could stack them. Because, when you put stuff on them like this, you really... But that spine is so pretty. All right, so just gonna kind of center this, I guess. And you don't always have to use this little lock. In that other little book I used the little flower, and I thought that was cute because the stencil was flowers. And then I will put a little bit, I probably won't be able to get this open, a little bit of sheer bliss, which is it's a sheer metallic, but I even love it on gold. I did some ornaments I'm so glad I went with this. I mean, the red, of course, red and gold's always beautiful. But I think this just, you know, I don't know. It accents the flower really, really well with all of it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a little paintbrush. So this, again, is just a sheer metallic. I use it a lot. Where am I? You probably can't see, but see the little shimmers in there? Hopefully you'll see when I paint it. But I just, you know, it'd be nice if it sparkled just a little bit. You actually, and I'm gonna do it on here, but I've even done this on transfers. You use the Sheer Bliss, and you can, you know, you could paint it all over it, and all it does is give it just a little sparkle. It's not like glitter or anything that drastic, but it's just, and it dries clear, so all you see is the sparkle. So it goes on a little, a little bit white, and then it'll dry, and it's more of a shimmer. It's more of a really pretty shimmer than a sparkle. All right, so y'all see this when it dries. It'll just be nice and pretty. That's all. Actually, I kind of do like the words going this way now that I'm looking at it. And I do have all that blank space. Yeah, I think I actually like it like that because I have that space there. So let's see how this one's big, this piece. All right, so I think I like that right there. Gonna go ahead with that, and then I'll think about the others. Yeah, I always love the script on the on books. And usually with these flowers, you know, the transfers, like the read-down, they all have script. And this script is kind of brown. I didn't even show y'all this up close. Let me get through here and I'll show you. This script is a little bit like a brown, a bronzy color. And then like the one on the readout that had the red flowers is black. That's so pretty. Okay, so it doesn't have to meet up because I didn't cut a word. You know, this is one word by itself. So I didn't, you know. So you just hold this up and I'll show it to you up close. Of course it's backwards and I'm so sorry. So we'll show it in the light so you can see how that gold on the paper is pretty. And I love that, I love that. So that would look really pretty anywhere. Now let's see, do I need any? I don't think I need anything else on it. I really don't. Now I'm gonna paint, like I said, I'm gonna paint, I don't think I'm gonna paint the whole inside because this is a really nice hard book, so I don't think I need to do that. But so now all that's left, well, I'm not gonna do that either right now. I was gonna seal it, but I'm gonna paint this inside first. So see, I'll just paint just around this part. I don't care if I get